Welcome back to the Vet Joint Podcast, people. For all my single, broken-hearted people out there, this is a podcast for y'all. I got my brothers here with me. We got the white boy Post Malone on the tracks. This podcast will never be monetized because we keep playing songs in the beginning. But hey, we want to have y'all, turn up with us in the beginning, get your heart rate up with just a little teensy-weensy bit, because we know you're not going to go outside and do nothing. So welcome, Josh. Welcome, Keith. What's going on, fellas? Come on, man. Come on, man. I throw up the fucking oop and y'all just fucking sit there and look at me. What is going on, man?
I'm chilling, man.
34 episodes in. I need more from y'all, man.
You're
not living up to your contract right now, right? I know you're sad about the Cavs and what happened.
Contract,
but
I don't remember signing no contract, man.
Yeah. Well, you acting like you don't work nowhere right now, man. Like you don't work for this podcast right now. That's what you acting like.
JoJo no tires. JoJo no tires, man.
I'm gonna have to give y'all some little notes and the ways to segue in, man. So we out here running plays and you niggas just out here looking, man.
Hey man, you gotta. Hey, I'm gonna need a teleprompter or something, bro. I don't know. you gonna have to put that in the budget, man. we need a PPP loan or some shit, bro. Let's get it.
Hey man, I ain't touching them PPP loans, man. Hey, shout out JT, Pocket Watch It with JT, exposing all them PPP loan scammers, man. Them shits be hilarious.
Hey, speaking of the PPP loans, man, here in Bay County, last year when the government started cracking down on that shit, they actually put out in the newspaper people that were caught up in that shit, man. Like, yeah, they just aired that shit out. Like people that were suspected of that shit here in Bay County.
They should, man. They absolutely should. I was watching one news story, and the dude who's like in charge of approving new businesses in the city, in the county, he was saying there was like 10,000 new businesses, but like the population of the county was only like half of that. And like people was like just spoofing like random people's businesses, like, hey, this is a new sports complex. They go up to some lady's apartment, like, ma'am, is this a sports complex?
Like, no, this is a 1-bedroom apartment.
This is a residential area, sir.
On the 10th floor.
It's crazy. Somebody tried to say, hey, why don't you apply for the PP loan? I was like, something sounds fishy about that. I think it was meant. I don't think the PP loan was meant for everybody. They just didn't. I think it was meant for that dude and his friends. I think it was for them, but everybody else just caught on to it. That's what I think happened.
Hey man, I'm glad to see I'm rubbing off on y'all a little bit. Pause. And I'm always talking about the scammers and the nefarious shit that be going on online and shit like that. Hey, I was thinking to myself, just like how with COVID, whenever somebody posts some wild shit about COVID, to get that little message to pop up. How come with scammers and people who are known scammers, like a little message can't pop up under their shit? Like, hey man, shit this motherfucker posting might be a fucking lie.
Aren't you gonna scan the bar tag on his ass?
I mean, but what I'm saying is I can post an image about COVID, right? And boom, the algorithm will be like, hey, some shit is up with this shit, right?
Right.
Just I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm acting
too much. That's what like that, man. It's called a background check when you use a social security number.
Or a preliminary search, yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta. That's unfortunately, that the scammers, they're just one step ahead. They just outthink whoever they're talking to.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I wish I could do it.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we could. It just requires you to have no heart, man. And be willing to.
I'm
pretty close.
You got to sleep at night with both eyes closed, man.
I can do that shit, man. I can do that shit.
You couldn't do it, man?
Hell no.
What if you was living a lifestyle, right? Like whatever lifestyle you ever.
No, I am. My lifestyle is just fine, man. I've never been one to like I need the bling bling and all that shit, man. I don't want that
Yeah,
shit.
you
I
don't
don't
want the
need that
bling
shit.
bling.
What I'm like, nigga, I'm a homebody. That shit don't do me nothing. I'm doing
Okay,
bling bling when I'm inside the house.
well, you don't want the bling bling, but fucking, you know what I'm saying? Cell Junior, he might want the twinkle twinkle. You know what I'm saying? So
Nigga, pause. Um, yeah, man, I can't. I mean, I know you. I know you've been living out in Florida. In Florida, you're pretty much Florida man now. So you become, more ruthless by the day. So maybe you've evolved into a more alpha version than last episode. So maybe maybe
hold on, man, hold on, bro, hold up. What's up with this? This is like the third or fourth time you tossing around this alpha term, right?
yeah.
Like, I don't. You don't go around saying that shit.
Mm-mm.
No one just. Oh man, I'm alpha. Like no one.
No,
The ones that do, they ain't
Yeah,
alpha.
they not. No one does that shit.
Yeah.
Like that's just niggas going around bragging they got Lamborghinis. Like they
Who the fuck
just don't.
cares?
No, yeah, they just get in that motherfucker and drive. Like
nah, man. I
same
like
principle, man. Same
I
principle.
I need to send you y'all the pre episode banter so you can go back and hear yourself
Wait,
on,
pre episode?
on the last episode. Yeah.
You didn't post that shit, did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a part of the premium content.
Yeah.
No.
Uh,
No, but nigga, the way you was talking, well, I'm trying to say both of y'all was talking last episode. Listening back to that shit, the second time I was like, you niggas really tried to get that shit off, huh?
But because it makes sense.
Some of it, I agree with you, but most of it, I'm like, yeah, man, y'all might need to inject some life into y'all YouTube feeds.
See,
Man.
but you gotta remember though,
Here we go.
you've been out the dating market. That's all we saying.
I mean, I'm still. I mean,
it's different. It's different. I'm telling you, it's different from the last time you went. That short amount of time, it has gotten that worse. And I'm not saying that because of what I watch, because I watch enough content. I even watch the content so I can hear the woman's point of view. Oh yeah, that music that you heard earlier, that was Kevin Samuels. So
I don't know how I didn't pick that up.
Because what you heard was the shit when he's like the little clips he do when he's talking to women or whatever. That little music that's playing in the background, that's what you heard.
Yeah, like I feel like I would have recognized it by now. But anyways.
But yeah, some of the stuff is interesting. A lot of the stuff I disagree with. But it kind of puts some things in for me, it puts things in a perspective. Because I don't go to it for advice. Oh yeah, let me do that. No, I do it to try and understand the male mindset, the female.
But hold on, but ain't you off the dating market also? I ain't trying to josh this, but I mean, you not.
I mean, you can say that, but I am still dating.
You exercise the options.
No, I don't exercise options. That's one of the things I don't agree with. And to me, why would you want? Like I told my girlfriend, I ain't gonna cheat because it's too expensive. Women are expensive. Women ain't cheap.
I wouldn't say that to. I think well, this can be maybe the where we start this out, but I think us as a community, not trying to go down that rabbit hole, but like we pay way too much attention to infidelity and not necessarily what people want per se. What's up, Josh? You looking just amazing. But just like we was talking about kink shaming earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not just? I look back, relationships, like, nigga, why don't you just be like, hey, I'm Marcel, and this is all the shit that I'm into right now, and we can either partake in it or not. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and you're right.
If it means hey, can we go out this weekend and pick us up a girl and try to hoe her out and kick her out of the apartment later? Like, why not just say that instead of, going to this club trying to hang out with this chick and then, come home, lie, you know what I'm saying, include other niggas in your lie, you know what I'm saying, and have a shitty weekend trying to defend the fucking lie instead of just, just being with somebody who's like, hey, I'm cool, what you got going on,
Let's see
let's,
what me and Josh are saying is like what you just said. It's easier to do what you just said rather than try to genuinely get to know somebody.
But both can be true though.
He said what now?
I would assume that like by doing one you would be accomplishing the other.
No. So okay. So if you think about the concept, right? You think about the concept of, let's say you talking to a girl, right? You're not going to come out the gate and say whatever you want. You're not going to be completely honest with her, even though they say they want it. But if you're completely honest with them, what are your choices of you actually still keeping that girl percentage wise?
Well, let me put it this. Let me re-engineer the problem. I would say out of the 100% of dudes that cheat, the dudes that let's say
28%.
If let's just say
out of the 100 dudes, okay,
the 100%
of everybody. You get on this shit, man? How did y'all get here?
Just get in line, right? Just get in the layup line, right? Out of the 100% of dudes that cheat, right? If they all were willing to say, hey, this is what I'm into, whether it's other people in a relationship or do some kinky shit or whatever, everything under the sun, right? I think a small percentage of those dudes will come out, with a positive response, right? And those and the remainder wouldn't. They would say, I'm not into this shit, yada yada yada. But I think you as a person, every individual, I think is better off, coming out and just being open when, before we, before we essentially get on the ride. And I kind of came to this realization. It was dude I worked with when I was at YouTube. He was they had the military dudes that worked there, and they had the civilian what in it G4, right? And it's one of them old dudes that just be spouting off random generational information, really interesting dude. Like we be getting into some like weird deep ass conversations. And one thing he said to me one time, he's like, do you know how people in a gay community, how they interact? I'm like, what you mean? Well, he was saying like with gay dudes or gay women, their first interaction is, I forget the acronym, but it's like all the shit that you're into is like, I'm into this and this from the get-go, right? And I'm like, my nigga, that would like cause it would take out a lot of the issues that us as straight people run into sometimes, where it's like, my nigga, you have no intention of stop fucking the bitch from high school you've been smashing. Like, you have no intention to stop fucking her for like the next 10 years. The chick you with now, just tell her, hey, this is what we do. Every twice a quarter she gonna come up to Panama City to come see us. All right, you can either get on this train or you cannot, right? It could come out, it could cut out some of the issue. And I'm just using that as the the water cooler topic, because for some reason people can't stand the idea of including other people in a relationship. But it doesn't have to be another person. It could be, hey, I'm into I'm into toes, I'm into feet, right? Some girls will react, hey, that grosses the fuck out of me, don't touch my feet. All right, well, I can't fuck with you, right? It's just, I think just being open and honest with the shit you want in a relationship, it would serves you better off long term.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So why do you think guys that go out and talk to girls, why do you think they lie to those women to sleep with them or to even be with them?
Why? Because
like, think about when you was in the military. You can't tell me every woman you was with, you was honest, right?
All right, the shit I would lie about is like, when I was with, so and so, like I would lie about maybe if I was in a relationship, because
so you lie because you was in a relationship. For what reason though?
Like, honestly, man, because I couldn't see the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is, hey, being open so what I realize now is like when you're open and honest with the shit you want right? You can be around people who cater to, that mindset, or share that same mindset. So had I went about it that way, right, the girls or the women that I would have been around would have, been more likely to be like, okay, well, this is what he's into. I'm on board with that, or I'm not on board with that.
If you're meeting
What?
somebody, you're not meeting them in a group. You're meeting them one on one.
Yeah, but again, if let's say I adopted that mindset. Sometimes when I'm initially meeting a female, it's like, hey, so and so, I'm talking to somebody, but I might be in an open relationship. This is what we do. You might want to come hang out with us later tonight. Let's kick it for the first time. Yada yada. That's maybe how I could have went about it, had that been the proposed mindset I had.
But why didn't you?
Why didn't I? Again, I couldn't see the big picture. The idea was, okay, well, let me get one girl. I got one girl now. Let me try to hold on to her. Let me try to keep her, because if I try to do X, Y, or Z, it might blow up on me. And now I'm, sitting here with just, me and my dick, instead of, me and my dick and another person.
So you never thought that maybe telling her the exact truth would run her off?
Mm-mm.
You never thought that?
Or that is what I thought.
Okay, so
And what I'm encouraging is to, hey, whatever it is that you specifically, Keith, are into, that you may not have told your girl yet. Not saying you, or just speaking you as the guest or whoever. Hey, whatever your significant other don't know about you, or is not privy to, or may not have picked up on yet, put it out there. Let them know. Hey, when I was 22, I'd have been like, yo, this is how, I might have to cut this out, but this is how, like, my meat season, right? Instead of letting you sitting there try to figure it out. Or her let me know, hey, this is how I like my, my apple sliced, right? Hey, this is exactly how this is how you're supposed to cut it up. All right, cool. I know that now. I can operate based off of that information now. Instead of, hey, you like this, hey, you like that. Hey, now that we know exactly what we both like, let's work on that. Let's build up on that, instead of, trying to do this shit in the dark.
I agree with you. And that's our mindset. All three of us, that's our mindset. I'm pretty sure Josh agreed with you too. Be upfront.
Josh, you liking meat seasoned the same way, man?
Yeah, man.
Pause. But what I was gonna say is like, yeah, and I'm pretty sure Josh agrees with that too. But the thing is how do I know what she's thinking? Because I can say what I want. I can say what I want to have, but you're saying I got to put 100% of my trust up front with her, hoping she's gonna tell me everything.
Well, I mean,
because we don't have a problem. We don't have a problem being completely honest. I don't. I say what the fuck come to my mind most of the time.
Well, I mean, it's not just about saying it though. It's about getting. It's about and I think it goes both ways, right? It's both people understanding. Hey, we're sharing the more intimate parts about us, so we can improve. So I would think the mindset would be, hey, I'm sharing with you, so we can evolve together, versus me being here at a my sex level in my head with us is at 88, but you still at a 65 because you're not too comfortable yet. Or whether it be finances, or your love languages, or just the way y'all communicate when shit is going bad, right? I could be a 89 when it comes to communicating a relationship when shit is going bad, but you're 55, or vice versa, right? The mindset should be, hey, even if I'm above you and or better than you at some skill or some interpersonal type of relationship, I should be trying to pull you along with me, what I'm saying, in the areas that you might be deficient in, and vice versa.
Yeah. Like with me and my girlfriend, we've known each other since 2005. When I was working at the movie theater, we actually started on the same day.
Oh man.
So with her, I mean, it's kind of a different situation because we basically know each other. But the conversations that me and her have, now we're talking about finances, which is, to me, it's the hardest thing, is the hardest conversation for me, because my whole life I've been taking care of myself.
Right. I think it should be right, but I think the conversations over time should like get easier. So I think like it should be like, you know, like a downward slope, like we are right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? You start out here, but like a year, 2 years, 3 years marriage and a kid, marriage, you know what I'm saying? Like your first apartment together, a car together, house together. At some point it should be like just a general conversation. Hey, we need to update this.
Yeah.
Hey, the taxes, like we need to hit up the tax man that we like from last year. Let's make sure we get this motherfucker do this shit again.
So Josh, let me ask you, Josh, what is the hardest conversation you've had in a relationship?
Hardest for me?
For me, it was finance. It's money.
I would have to say it was finances as well, because last relationship I was in, the person that I was with, they were financially irresponsible. So it definitely was finances.
Were they financially irresponsible or financially? I'm trying to think of the right word. Financially, the age and the financially where they should be, along with their age, it didn't match up.
No, they were just irresponsible. Oh. The money was there, but the choices that they made when it came to spending the money, that was the problem.
Okay.
So definitely finances for me.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I'd probably say the most difficult part for me was,
what's up?
Well, not now, but in the past was trying to keep my girl off of other dudes. You know, so
while you were deployed.
I mean, in general.
You know what's crazy, man? I was listening to Spotify, and I was listening to like some rock music, and Scotty Doesn't Know came on, bro.
Oh man.
And I swear to God, I almost sent that to you. I was like, yo, that should be the opener for the show today.
Hey man, you know, I'm glad I'm in a place, you know, where I can look back at shit and laugh, and you know, Blue Falcons are, you know, we need them in our ecosystem, in our male ecosystem. We do. They're like the vultures of the animal kingdom.
Shout out Eric Snowden.
You know, so shout out all.
He got the bullfire too.
Shout out all the Blue Falcons, right? Because the way
let me ask Josh a question. Have you seen the movie Snowden?
No, I haven't. I do want to see it.
But you know what movie I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, because I need to educate myself on Snowden a little bit more.
I know he was a government whistleblower.
But I remember the first time I heard Eric Snowden come out your mouth, he was like, "Fuck Eric Snowden." So I was like, "Man, I got this motherfucker Josh mad at this dude I ain't never heard of. I gotta look him up."
Check out well, I think you might come across him if you look him up, but Julian Assange also. I believe those two are somewhat connected to each other. Julian was one of the reporters that was releasing the classified information, just kind of like with Vietnam, the Vietnam Papers, and Reagan. Is it Reagan?
Watergate.
Yeah, Watergate and Vietnam. But you know, just
I'm probably gonna get. We're probably gonna get a lot of hate mail for that shit. Cause I don't even know what the fuck Watergate is, and I just said that shit randomly.
Wait, you said what about it?
Watergate.
You said fuck Watergate.
Never. I don't know what the fuck Watergate is, bro.
No, it's government officials getting exposed. Same thing with what Snowden did, just a different time.
The
Oh
same thing
shit!
that's going on right now.
Oh man. Hey yo, you
And
know what else
that
is
went
crazy
on
right now?
Iraq.
You know what's
That
crazy right now?
that little bottle of water. Well, what's up?
Yeah, this little bottle of water is crazy. This shit good as fuck, man. I got them at Sam's Club. But no, hey,
Got them
uh,
tiny Trump hands, man.
hey, hold on, bro. Like,
Video of him drinking water, man. When I
that
first
shit was
seen that,
hilarious.
that shit hilarious, man.
Hey, but no, though. All right, so we got the Russian Ukraine war popping off right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And like I seen the article that you sent us, you know what I'm saying, about the US troops going over there in Ukraine and making little mini militias and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Why they ain't do that shit in Afghanistan?
I mean,
Crickets.
we were like
Crickets.
we were already there, though. We'd been there for 20 years. But the better question is, why
Yeah.
didn't we do that in Mexico? Or
Mhm.
another great question, because cartel be dropping bodies, man.
Yeah, left and right. Just leaving them bitches in the street, hanging from a stoplight.
Yeah, like the dude that went over there, he's prior army officer, special force, or not special forces, but leader of a battalion or something. I always get the army shit mixed up, the battalion and all that different shit. What
Mm-hmm.
squad and the numbers is different, but anyways, you know, the idea of going somewhere else to teach military tactics, nonverbal communication, hand signs, gestures, street clearing and shit like that. I'm like, so this is like a crash course BMT with, the backdrop being a Russians are on the fucking way. Um, I don't know. I find it somewhat commendable. I know there's a lot of rhetoric around, Europe, World War II, and wanting to be like the old fathers and the niggas from the 40s that was just that ate steel and shit bricks. Everybody just wants to go back to that time. So and a lot of that's where the so-called colonizers are from. So I think there is this like nationalistic sense to want to fight for something that is perceived as right, that is for the most part right in most people's eyes. But doing this shit on such a budget, though, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know, maybe you should be better off teaching these people how to run and first aid instead of taking up arms. I don't know. From what I've seen so far, the damage has been pretty chaotic. So I'm not sure what it can do. But hey, man, shout out to you for feeling patriotic enough to fly to Ukraine and try to put boots on the ground. What do y'all think?
He got bitches there.
Josh with the jokes today, man.
Like I said, I'll be honest. I don't care.
Fair enough. All right, let me see if I can get you to care.
Yeah, try, please.
What if I say, hey Keith,
You got bitches there.
Well, guess I won't have bitches no more.
Hey Keith, I'm feeling really patriotic myself. I want you and Josh, and we got a small bankroll. I want y'all to come to Jamaica with me to help start a small task force to combat gang violence in Jamaica.
Okay.
You live in a compound.
You said bankroll. Give me a number.
17 billion.
Let's say the translation.
Batman figures, nigga.
Translation. I got a $500,000 US, but the $500,000 US currency would be spent in Jamaica. So you convert that, right?
No, you converted. You the one Jamaican. Fuck out of here.
Hey, Josh. Hey, East Coast. Do up the numbers for me. Do 500,000 times 153. And
Oh man,
that'll be our, that'll
Tell
be
me to
our.
convert it, but I'm going to the country to help your ass. Fuck out of here.
But peep this though, right? But peep this,
all right.
right?
So
We have
76,500,000.
yeah, we got 76.5 million dollars, Jamaican dollars, right? We got a small compound that we operate out of. That'll be, the home base, and the idea is, we use coin tactics and all of that to train a local force to spot, observe, all of that, right? Because and not only that, we have a couple of tier 1, maybe tier 2 operators, right? Maybe we can't afford the tier 1 operators, but we have a small force that is actually going to train, because we see the rapes, the murders, the just the unsanctioned violence that's going on. And this is my plea to you to help your brothers across the sea.
Okay, me, I would do it to go help train to show them something else, but I wouldn't take arms in another country. That's something I wouldn't do.
Okay. Yeah, and from the story, it's a really gray area, because just like which to me it's like, okay, well, we can send them guns, ammo, and all of that shit, but the buck stops with us putting troops on the ground. When it's like, my nigga, a truckload of ammo and guns can do just as much as a truckload of troops can. And it's like, well, it's sure a bunch.
You saying a truck full of 50 random niggas is just as effective as a truck full of 50 troops?
I said a truckload of 50 troops versus a truckload of bunch of guns and ammo, right? Javelin. But I'm not just talking regular. I'm talking about the switchblades, the drones, the javelins and shit like that.
And who's using and operating on this stuff? Because all you said was guns and ammo.
The people.
The guns and ammo traveling by themselves, man.
That's why I was confused, because he said a truck full of ammo and guns, and then the truck full of troops.
Obviously, in lieu of getting a truck full of U.S. troops, what's the best next thing? A truck full of their guns and ammo, right?
Yeah, but they're not nowhere near just as effective.
In lieu of that's nigga. That's the word, the lieu, nigga. That's the whole part of saying in lieu of. Okay, nigga, I can't get the troops. All right, what's the next best thing? Hey, how about a bunch of their guns and ammo? You gonna take that?
You gonna need some troops for them guns and ammo.
Yeah.
Well, nigga, we already got people here.
But the troops will still be better because that's more manpower.
All right. Okay. All right.
Because you can have trucks of ammo and guns, but if the people don't know how to use it, it's pointless.
I mean, they know how to use it. They've been using them. They've been getting ships and boatloads of guns and ammos and technology.
So you rather have. So you saying the guns and ammo are just that? You saying that's adequate?
What he's saying is he thinks they should get the guns and ammo. That way, when the Ukraine falls and the Russians take it, everybody can say, "Oh, the Americans gave them guns and ammo." That's what he's saying.
No, what I'm saying is they've already been using the guns and ammo that we've been supplying them, and it's been somewhat effective. But it's just a matter of the manpower that they have, which they don't. They have been effective so far with the guns and ammo, but overall, they're pretty much outmatched. So what I'm saying is,
so obviously it's not effective then if they're outmatched.
No, but for example, Russia calculated that this would have been over a long time ago, but they've been putting up a pretty good fight because of the weapons and ammo that they've been supplied by, the whole fucking world. Had they not had that, they would have fallen a long time. Well, they're still fighting, but the fighting would have been, a lot worse.
So are we just delaying the inevitable?
I think so. If they're not able to, figure out some type of peace treaty, but maybe they can't hold out long enough to figure some shit out, which I think is the whole point.
Yeah, see, that's why I won't go to another country with and have a gun, to unless I'm in a United States uniform. But other than that, I would never go to another gun. I would never go to another country even think about a gun.
And I think a lot of times us as Americans don't realize that our politics is different from their politics, right? And a lot of times I think people try to do a 1-for-1. Well, it's like, well, I'm a gun loving Republican that hates trans people, so I'm gonna try to find the equivalent of that in the Ukraine people. So whoever sides with the things that I identify with is who I'm gonna support. But it's like, well, they don't give a fuck about the same shit that you do. They're fighting a completely different fight. Just like how we look at China and we trying to dictate shit that China does. Nigga, China been a country like this, like their third or fourth civilization, like the third or fourth time they done started over, and what I'm saying, been doing shit. So it's like, who are we to try to dictate to them how the fuck to run shit?
Yeah.
But I think when you have the the American media machine and they get behind the story, it's like at some point you can't do shit about it, because like the images and the rhetoric is the same thing as the Iraq war, Vietnam. It's like they have a way of spotlighting and making you try to feel bad for these people, which you should. But it's like, my nigga, the same shit is happening south of the border. And I know way more Mexican, Hispanic people that I've come across that's affected by violence, but I've never heard America be so
my opinion, I think the United States and Mexico have a pretty good understanding. Stay out of my shit, I stay out of your shit. That's what I think. Because I mean, it's kind of surprising the United States ain't been down there to do anything for real, considering knowing as much as we know.
Because we don't really have a reason to.
Yeah.
I mean, their forces are pretty much trying to stop the shit on their side, and then we got our side on our side. So I mean,
maybe
pretty clear and defined border as well.
Yeah, I think like what United States is doing with Ukraine. We gonna stay out of that shit. That ain't our fight. That's our ally. We love y'all, but we're gonna show y'all some tough love.
Yeah,
so that's what I think.
I think that might be the one playoff matchup that the U.S. don't want, man, to go up against a cartel. What you think?
I agree.
In basketball terms, what would the U.S. and Mexico be in terms of NBA teams?
I'll say right now, before they got eliminated. No, I ain't gonna. I was gonna say Cleveland would be Mexico. I'll say Brooklyn's Mexico. And I say the United States is. We'll stick with the East. And I say the United States is probably Milwaukee. Pacers. Okay. Well, I would say Pacers, but they traded away Sabonis, so the Pacers ain't shit now.
Exactly.
You so stupid. I'm glad I can understand you good enough to know what you're saying.
So now that we on it, rest in peace to your Cavs, Josh. It was honestly, I swear to God, I thought they was gonna make it. I thought y'all had it wrapped up in the bag, man. I really did.
I honestly thought we were gonna win. I didn't think we were gonna win against Brooklyn. I knew that wasn't gonna happen, but I was hopeful. But I was still pleased at that final score.
Yeah.
And then I was all but certain that we were gonna beat fucking Atlanta. In that first half, I was giggling like a motherfucker. And then third quarter rolled around. I'm like, yo, why are we tied? Why are we tied? This motherfucker just went off for 20. So
that boy Garland, man.
Yeah. Next season gonna be something special, man. Especially if everybody stays healthy.
I don't think they talk about Garland enough.
Well, this is his third season. This was only his third season, either second or third season. I think it's third season.
Second, because wouldn't it be Sexton third season?
No, this Sexton's fourth.
So Garland, yeah, you're right. Garland's 3 then. That's a Man, who is which one? Is Gilbert still up there? Dan Gilbert.
The GM.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last I checked, he was. Dan Gilbert. Yeah, I think he is still the GM.
Because whoever put this Cleveland team together.
Well, this is pretty much draft picks, man. Fucking Sexton was a draft pick right after after the 18 finals that summer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, didn't y'all get that new black GM? What's his name? A couple years ago, I can't remember his name, man. Short hair dude, kind of looked like damn. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't pull up.
Maybe we did. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we did. But yeah, man. Sexton was drafted first. Then we got Garland. And then we just got Mobley. You know what I'm saying? That dude was doing his thing. Almost made the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Very young team. We had Rondo at one point in time.
I was looking
Ricky
forward
Rubio at one point in time.
I was looking forward to going against y'all in the playoffs, man. There's some.
I wasn't. I don't think I would have liked that matchup. That wouldn't have been a good matchup. It really wouldn't have.
His name is Mike Gansey.
I would have just enjoyed, us playing each other in the playoffs, regardless.
Nah, it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? 1 versus 8. That's not the same, bro. Maybe if we're like fucking 4 and 5 seed, or
in the name of just like brotherly love, in sports, like I'd have loved to see that. I'm not going.
Why didn't you? Hold on.
I'm not going to shit on you and talk shit after each game.
I get it. But I got a question for you, man. I just got one question. I got one question.
Up?
Why you didn't feel that way when the Lakers was kicking y'all ass in the finals?
Because Keith, he brings something else out of me, man. And he know that.
You want to know what's funny?
Josh, you don't have an antagonistic, back and forth, man. I like even the good years or the bad years, man. I don't be.
It was only 3 bad years, man. It was really only 3 bad years.
Look, man, we both know what it's like, after LeBron leaves your team. Okay.
I mean, but do you know what it's like when he leaves twice?
You hear that, LeBron? You disappointed this nigga twice.
Man, LeBron went to that Cleveland team. Nah.
Yeah, that team would be. I don't know if that'd be a good thing or a bad thing. Honestly,
I think it'd be a good thing because that would be the best shot at another championship.
Bullshit. Think about bro. Think about that Lakers team. Think about that Lakers team. LeBron's first season, right? Mm-hmm. Honestly, I thought that was a decent team. I really did. I thought that was a decent team. Even the second season team, I was like, okay, that team is a good fucking team. That team won the championship. Like I thought that was a good ass fucking team. Mm-hmm. But then it just like progressively got worse.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what Rob Pelinka's doing. I ain't gonna sit here and blame LeBron because I actually think LeBron doesn't have as much as a hand in it. Mm-hmm. But I still blame Rob Pelinka.
How do you bring in?
Nigga, wasn't y'all just praising him the beginning of this? Whatever.
No.
I like. Hey, LeBron's my nigga. That's my cousin. Like
we weren't praising Rob Pelinka.
Man, went to the same high school.
On paper, you can't say that team didn't look good on paper. And so a lot of Laker fans, when we saw that, we got excited.
You talking about this season's team, right?
Yeah. Because if you think about it, first year, we didn't make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Second year, won the championship. Last year, knocked out the first round. This year, we didn't even make the play-in.
Right.
The team was good. In my opinion, the team was good. In my opinion, it failed because of Frank Vogel. But I'm also going to give probably a little bit of the blame to Westbrook.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. You niggas just fucking salsa dancing around LeBron, man. God damn.
Well, look, you got to think about LeBron.
He had one of the best seasons. He almost had the scoring title.
Yeah, here's the thing with LeBron. Now, I ain't gonna sit here and say, oh, he almost led the league in scoring at 37. To me, the 37 don't matter because I hate when people say, "Well, he's 37. Look at what he's doing at the age of 37." But then when he fails, man, he's 37. He can't do everything. You can't have it both ways. And I hate when some fans talk like that.
You can't do that, man.
No, you can't do that. That's why sometimes I hate LeBron fans. But with LeBron this year, you can't get mad at LeBron. He almost averaged 30 points a game, and the only reason why he didn't play the last 2 games, he did his job. He did his job. But I was listening to somebody, and they made a good point. They said, "Here go LeBron again, showing everybody, hey, I'm doing my part." And they was referring back to that year he drugged that team to Cleveland, his last year there, and he balled his ass off.
Yeah, we basically had the Lakers rookie starting 5, man, or starting 4.
So with LA, it's a lot of problems. I'm not mad at Carmelo. I'm not mad at LeBron. I'm disappointed in Westbrook.
Of course you are.
Disappointed in Anthony Davis. I don't know why he can't stay healthy.
Y'all knew that.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Zion would have been a better pickup.
Yes.
You said what?
Y'all knew.
Zion would have been a better pickup.
Was Zion he wasn't even in the league then when we got Anthony.
No,
But
he was.
No, he wasn't.
He got drafted the year. He got drafted the year he left. But I don't think that would.
So Zion was on the bench the same year AD his last year in New Orleans. No, he got there the next year.
No,
he got a pick. He got a pick from us.
No. Like I said, he got drafted the year AD left.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So yeah, he went on the bench. But I mean, again, like we said last episode, you can't say it's a bad trade. It got us a championship. Even if we know he was hurt, it got us a championship.
Okay, at what cost? And look at you here now, blaming the whole franchise for the shit that they did.
It still got us a championship.
All right. Well, I guess you can't really complain about your current status. I mean, with AD, he helped get you a championship. You also knew he was.
So now it's time for him. So I want him to be healthy.
Y'all brought LeBron in knowing that, hey, he's the leader of the team until he says otherwise. He's also getting older. He's going to be susceptible to injury. When he goes down, that deducts from the team more than most other teams because he is LeBron.
I mean, you take that gamble. If you let's say Anthony Davis is $500 million. You're not making that trade?
I think it depends on what you're looking for in your franchise.
I agree with that.
To a certain extent. I mean, let's say Cleveland. Cleveland probably wouldn't have won that championship if Kevin Love wasn't there. But we know what Kevin Love was before he got to Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
So, but let's be real. You trying to tell me going to get Love was how you guaranteed the championship? No.
No, all I'm saying is where the franchise is at right now in this point in time is because of the franchise, right? You went after AD knowing his injury history. When his injury history was no secret when he played for the Pelicans. It was well known.
But
right, but hold on, and the question was always also, can he be a leader of the team? Can he take the team to the next level if and when LeBron goes down? This season and parts of last season, we've seen that when it's been up to him in certain moments, it's the injuries that has held him back. And whether or not you want to account for it or not, that's a direct reason as to why y'all didn't make it. And the same thing with LeBron. When players like him go down, it's more than when Jimmy Butler go down, because they're surrounded enough to where like, hey, we can bounce back, or not even.
So you say a player like LeBron? Give me another player.
A player like, but the way LeBron is who he is. But LeBron is who he is, though.
But you
we sit here and pander to the throne of LeBron so much, and the one time when I'm saying, hey, this nigga counts so much that when he goes down, it actually matters. And you want me to give you another equivalent of LeBron? There really isn't.
Okay, but you said players like LeBron. Did you not say that?
All right.
So that's what I'm asking.
KD, right?
Okay,
A
but
Giannis.
KD has Kyrie.
Okay.
Giannis has
Okay.
Chris
Well,
Middleton.
we've already established that LeBron is the top of the top, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And then going to the next player after LeBron, there's probably a plateau, correct?
Say it one more time.
The next player after LeBron, you are going down, correct?
You can.
Okay, so I'm giving you the next best, right? Yeah, it's not going to be better than LeBron because there isn't really much better than LeBron when you get to the league. So I'm giving you the next best, and what I'm saying is LeBron.
But I said give me a player.
I mean,
Because
I just gave you
KD
two.
because if KD goes down, guess what? Brooklyn is still a monster.
Yeah, they are.
If Milwaukee goes if Giannis goes down, Milwaukee is still tough to beat. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. The Steph Curry just came back, and they still
y'all
beat.
had LeBron and you had AD go down for significant parts of the season.
Okay, and so what I'm saying is, will we take this hit? Yes, we will take this hit because guess what? Out of the 4 years LeBron has been there so far, we've been to the playoffs twice and won the championship. Especially at his age, we really can't ask more of LeBron. We really can't. So he got us R1. Now, does it come at a cost for the next few years? Yes. But if you look at the Lakers' track history, if you look at Lonzo Ball, if you look at Julius Randle, if you look at Russell, D'Angelo Russell, if you look at the players that we've drafted just in the past 10 years, why not take that risk?
I
Because
think it was well worth it. It was definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's just an investment, and we had 100% gain from it. But if you really think about it, can you say that for the Miami Heat though? The Miami Heat doesn't have a great track. I wouldn't say they don't have a great track record of drafting. But like Josh's Cavs, I would trust them drafting the future.
But look, neither me or Josh are, holding our, respective franchises accountable for what we perceive as a failure. What I'm saying is there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of talk from Laker Nation and Laker fans about what happened. What I'm saying is two of your best players went down for a good chunk of the season. I mean, what more do y'all expect? Y'all integrated Westbrook into, y'all version of the big three, and it kind of crashed and burned, wrapped in with, the injuries. I don't think there's really much to look past. I think when you just look at that alone, that's enough to, explain why the season went the way it did.
But I think the reason why the season went the way it did is because they tried to make Westbrook take some of the responsibility from the LeBron. Why not have Westbrook come in as a sixth man and let him play OKC ball? You get what I'm saying? That's what I would have did.
And I think, and again, with the injuries that y'all had, I think y'all still end up where y'all do. Players mean so much.
I get that. I get what you're saying. But again, I go back to Frank Vogel. You can't be a defensive-minded coach and your team they didn't look like they played defense, but stats say we had one of the better defenses in the league. I don't know how. But
speaking,
go ahead. My biggest thing is with Lakers, I ain't mad at LeBron. He need to keep doing this thing. I ain't mad at him. Anthony Davis, he's the big problem. But again, it's like, okay, I'll put it to you like this. If I buy a rental house, right, and I fix it up, and I make all my money back, that's 100% gain, right?
Sure.
Okay. Now, if I see problems with the house, what am I going to do with it?
Notify somebody.
What would you do with the house? Because me, I would sell it.
You bought a house and you see problems with it?
No. I bought a rental property. I fixed it up. I had somebody move in. They pay me rent. I make all the money back that I invested into the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I start having problems with the house, and I don't want to invest no more money into it. So what am I going to do with the house?
Yeah, you're gonna sell it.
I'm gonna sell it, right? Because my initial investment got me what I wanted.
But
right?
you also have to notify the incoming tenants or whoever you're selling it to about those problems.
That's semantics. We ain't talking about that. I'm just talking about the house.
That's kind of a big deal, though. That's
No,
like
okay. So we gonna do all that. So he's saying he gonna do all that. All right?
Yeah.
So, but you saying you're gonna gloss over it.
All that's gonna be done.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm saying is to you is like, why not either get a new house or just get rid of the house altogether?
So you're saying to trade AD?
Me personally, I don't want to trade AD.
But you know he's injury prone.
I know he's injury prone, but I'm willing to I've seen what he's done when he's healthy. To me, that's valuable to me. Now, what I would do, which they don't do with AD, but they do it with LeBron, try to rest him. Play a game, play one game, sit out the second game. Play the shit worked with Kyrie, and he didn't even play half of the year. And this dude just a couple of weeks ago put up a career high. So I get what you're saying about AD and LeBron, and you're absolutely right. I agree. They've been hurt. They're the core of our team. But what I'm saying is they are hurt. So, and that's something they can't help. But why not look at the other stuff that we can improve on? You know what I'm saying? Because right now they're talking about a trade for Westbrook to go to Indiana, and we get Buddy Hield and somebody else.
But I mean, and this is the last thing I'll say. I mean, but once you subtract AD and LeBron and say, hey, try to make the playoffs based off of what you got left over, I don't think that was enough for y'all to get to the promised land. I don't think it would have been enough. But anyways, you brought up defense earlier. I want to talk about Pat Bev, man, and the Timberwolves. We were talking on Twitter the other day. It's always weird whenever I see you on Twitter. It's like, where have you been? It's just I'm glad that you're here. But anyways,
I like Twitter a lot more. I like it a lot more.
Interesting. I love the celebration from Pat Bev, the whole team. I loved it, man. And
winning a play-in tournament game.
And listen, man. And
I get it. They ain't been in the playoffs in a while, but they act like they just won the finals.
I mean, it was just, I wouldn't say all that. They wasn't popping champagne and all that shit, but
like they won the finals.
But look, man, I think a lot of times
they won a championship ring.
Yeah.
when we watch basketball, right, or we watch movies or TV shows, we see ourselves a lot of times as like, the main character or main character adjacent sometimes, right? And I'm like, personally, I don't, right? If I like, when I think about the NBA and like, even the military, right? I think about, hey, the type of person I was in the military. I'm happy with the type of person I was, right? Me, my tall, goofy, weird Jamaican self, right? When I watch the NBA, like, I feel the same way. It's like, no, my nigga, if I was in the NBA, I wouldn't be LeBron. I'll be the nigga in the end of the bench, man, right? I'm probably
you would probably be Joel Embiid.
Nah, I'll be the dude at the end of the bench in the team with the shitty weather, man, right? And when I watch the Timberwolves, it's like, yo, these a bunch of dudes, they worked hard, you know what I'm saying? They all had their own respective redemption stories. Mm-hmm. They bust their ass, you know what I'm saying? It's been a while since we made it to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. It's been a while since any team made it to the fucking playoffs. Like, yo, we about to turn the fuck up, right? Nigga, we all ain't turn the fuck up after RTC. Like, yo, nigga, this is 8 weeks. This ain't shit, man. But we turned the fuck up, didn't we? There's niggas that did art. There's nigga that did shit that was like,
the fuck up.
Yeah. Huh? Me and Josh did.
No, I'm talking. Well, RTC too, right? Nigga, we was out in the water drinking Black and Miles, white bitches, all that shit.
Hey man, you ain't supposed to be talking about that because we had to lie about damaging the Humvee. Shit. Fucking put a crack in the windshield, man.
Hey Josh,
and that was the highest ranking. So I was responsible.
You ever seen a Humvee covered in bees? New military tactic, man.
Nah, man, I never seen a Humvee covered in bees, bro.
But
a new way to deter the enemy.
To what you were saying, I mean, I know when I watch sports movies, especially soccer movies, I can see myself. But like with the Timberwolves, I get it. They ain't been in the championship in a while. They happy, especially for Pat Beverly. You know, he had faith in himself when the Clippers doubted him. I completely get that. But the dude on the wall right there, that dude on the wall, he said we don't hang division banners.
It's not the point, man. It's the
That is
point
the point.
of no.
You ain't there yet.
And you don't get to determine what somebody else can celebrate about. Just like I said, RTC, right? For us, that was an accomplishment. There's people who went and did all sorts of super secret squirrel shit and all of that, man. They probably never even came close to the way we celebrated. They went, they did they shit overseas, drop bombs, call it all that crazy shit, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna have me a nice little glass of whiskey and listen to some, Tila tequila and go to bed or whatever the fuck, right?
The fuck you be listening to?
No, this is mine of some special forces, dude.
Wasn't she an MTV personality?
Yeah,
I'm sure she had a song.
Did she sing?
I don't know, but you get the point, right?
Yeah,
you get the point. There's people out there who are, in the same line of work as us, way more accomplished, and they are, they don't do the same shit as us. All I'm saying is I love to see it, you know what I'm saying? And I think they're going to be a really good matchup for I'll say I think they match up really well with the Grizzlies.
Now see if they were to celebrate like that in Memphis after yesterday, okay, I'm all for it. Because that's to me, that's a much bigger win than the play-in game. You know what I'm saying? And then they beat who they beat. They beat the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, all year you ain't heard nothing about Patrick Beverly. You really ain't heard nothing about Patrick Beverly. But the past 2 years when he was in LA. Now I'm not talking about you specifically, because I know you keep up with the NBA. But the past 2 years, you heard more about Pat Beverly. Because he was a bigger deal.
The antics and the antics of some of that, and when he got traded, and I think he was with the Grizz, and then they waived, and I think they waived him also. But I mean, it's just
you said the Grizzlies waived the Grizz. Oh
yeah, he went from the Clippers to the Grizzlies I think there might have been one more team before Minnesota.
Was he the one that was traded 9 times? Was traded like 4 times in 9 days or something like that?
I don't remember. I'm not sure. But there was even a time when I really wasn't fucking with him. But I do like the story of the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, I've been keeping an eye on him, since he got drafted. He to me, to be honest, Pat. It seems like they need that like unorthodox type of player in order to kind of like get them going. Jimmy Butler, I think, shares some of the same traits as Pat Bev, where is is an unlikable kind of guy, but can also get shit done.
I don't think Butler's unlikable. I just think people, like when he was in Minnesota, I don't think people liked his approach, because he came to the team like, all right, this is my team. It's like, no, it's not. That's what that's the vibe I got.
Go check out. He did an interview with JJ Redick about that whole spiel and beating the starters with the bench dudes and whatnot. But I think they both have like this unlikable streak in them. East side in Minnesota, east side in Chicago, east side in Philly. But I will say is that when Jimmy, the last time they went to the playoffs was when Jimmy was there, and I think that's the last. Up until this season, that's the last time they won as many games. Same thing with I'm saying same thing with Philly with the playoffs. But after he left, it took them a little bit of rebuilding. But JJ left, Jimmy left, and a couple of the other shooters. But either way, man, I like the team, and Anthony Edwards. I think
he gonna be a future star.
He has like a weird like key. Like watching him shoot the three, like I was like, yo, he's mad big. Like he just looked too big to be shooting threes.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
When he was one of the top 3-point shooters in the league this year, right?
I'm not sure. But either way, man, I like how they match up with the Grizzlies, and I think it's going to be a good series. And it's almost like they reincarnated themselves from like the grindhouse Memphis Grizzlies to like who they are now, because it's like this is like same mindset but like different, different players.
Because the grindhouse, man. I was glad the Lakers ain't never really had to go in there.
Hey,
Zach Randolph.
Did you see Twitter having fun with John Morant's dad, saying he looked like Usher? He was talking to Karl Anthony Towns' dad on the baseline. It's like he looked like the Usher in the Yeah video when he had the glasses on and the jacket. I was like, God damn, Twitter. Like, yo, if it's one thing Twitter gonna do, they're gonna make fun of you, man.
Yeah, Twitter. I will say this. Facebook is bullshit. Because it's just bullshit. Instagram, I'm okay with because you get pictures, so you get a glimpse into someone's life. That's originally what Instagram used to be, just pictures.
We all remember what Instagram used to be. You had to shoot your shot in the comments.
Yeah. Now, for Twitter, I look at it the same like Reddit. Like Reddit, whatever you want to talk about, there's a subreddit for it. You want to talk about lamps, there's a subreddit for it. You want to talk about midgets, it's a subreddit.
Why would you want to? Well, okay, so you can just talk about anything you want to talk about.
Yeah, so like if
you only want to talk about white V8 Impalas, there's a group for that, nigga.
Yeah,
I highly doubt it. I should go and find
one. You want me to try? Watch, I'm gonna.
No, this nigga.
But what Twitter does,
Twitter,
I feel like I'm conversing with people on the sidewalk that I don't know. That's how I look at it.
Yeah,
and I get there.
Call you a nigger and block him.
Let me see. You gotta block me, shit.
Like on Reddit, my favorite group that I'm in is called Ask Reddit, and you can ask whatever question you want.
Oh, I thought you said the ass Reddit. I was like, well, it's not a bad subreddit. r/ass.
No, I got
I be on the ass man Reddit. That one's pretty interesting. Sometimes you see a lot of interesting shit on that, man.
I had to get off the black.
Wait, the who?
Ask men subreddit.
Oh, ask.
Yeah.
Oh,
it did sound like you said ass Reddit. It did say yeah.
Hey, ask man. Like, okay.
Ask man Reddit.
But I like Reddit because I mean, like I said, you can shoot. I'm in a subreddit for the Z Fold 3. So cases, what to do with it, battery life. If you got a question, I mean,
yeah,
like
I like to join them for video games also. Nice, nice in between. Like for example, is video games I don't play anymore, like Titanfall. There's 306 motherfuckers in that sub, or probably like 330 right now. But let me tell you something, man. I had fun with them motherfuckers more than actually playing the fucking game, man.
Yeah.
The entire subreddit, well, not the entire subreddit, but I think I mentioned it. But we were all pretending that we're all schizophrenic, and Titanfall 3 had came out, and we were all pretending like we were talking about the new shit that was in the game that did not fucking exist. Dog, this shit went on for a couple of days, man. This shit was nuts. But
So Josh, there's a group in here called Impala SS. There's only 500 members, but
that's a lot of motherfuckers.
Nah, it's only. But inviting all things B-body from 91 to 96.
Okay, yeah, that's B-bodies only.
Yeah. There's only, but that's what I'm saying. It's a group. I can look up Chevy. I can look up Impala, but it says everything from Impala SS, Caprice, Roadmaster, Fleetwood, and wagon stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah, I've been on Twitter and Reddit more than I've been on Facebook and Instagram. The only reason I'm on Instagram and Facebook is because of the podcast, really.
Okay. Hey, yeah.
Hey, T-Mobile, bring back the sidekick. Stop playing.
Oh yeah, sidekick on the way. Hey man, smart tables, smart coffee tables.
Hey, me and Josh got on our.
That's a great fucking idea, ain't it?
We was on our Tony Stark shit.
Yeah.
But here's my only dilemma with it. Plugging it in. Think about where coffee tables usually sit.
Nigga,
That's the only
extension
dilemma.
cord.
I mean, but
I get what you're saying, Josh.
Extension that shit the fuck up, man.
Or what you could do, damn, that's a good ass idea. Or do something like the only reason why I say it's a good idea because Kramer had a book about coffee tables, and his book on coffee tables transformed into a coffee table. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's not a bad idea. Maybe like a nightstand.
Yeah. No, not a nightstand, but like.
Yeah, I know.
Coffee table, like that's dope.
Okay.
Yeah. Talking too much, man.
Like one of the.
Hey man, like, we got a million fucking viewers right now, right? We can't be giving out our fucking ideas, all right? Hey, yo, Netflix, hit us up. Fuck all that.
Hey, when you think tablet, just all I'll just say, just think 10 Commandments, all right?
Yeah,
that's what we talking. That size, man. Big ass slab.
I don't see what's wrong with that. Okay, I put it like this. I put it
actually,
like this.
Oh shit! That we just came up with a name, man. And you know what? We cover the whole Christian and a right wing demographic, man.
Exactly.
All in one.
Fucking with it all, man. Fucking with it all.
Nigga, we got a whole Bible Belt, my nigga. We don't need no other customers.
Exactly. Hey, each smart table come with a Bible, man. King James version. New Testament only.
No, none. I know Ty.
That's a good idea. The smart table.
This is what some good potting to get you, man.
Yeah.
Good. Some good podcasting on a Sunday, man. That shit better than weed.
Got some better than who? No, I got some nerds rope. Medicated nerds rope.
Hey, real quick, guys. Came across some information the other day. I wanted to share with y'all. It's Jake Tapper, CNN. I'm not really a CNN guy because they be lying out their ass, but
yeah, I stopped listening to them a long time ago.
Occasionally they come out with some good information, and this could very well be the dude that was glad in the Chahal because I never got to see his face.
Hope today. New hope for veterans exposed to burn pits. Today, the House of Representatives passed legislation that would expand healthcare eligibility for service members who were exposed
on
to
YouTube.
These
y'all be able to see the video
during war. Throughout the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, burn pits were used 24/7 to incinerate all sorts of waste: food, old uniforms, medical waste, military equipment, jet fuel, medical waste, even human feces. This exposure left many veterans with long-lasting side effects, the worst of which is cancer. Here to discuss is Isaiah James. He's an Army veteran who served twice in Iraq, once in Afghanistan, and is now a senior policy advisor for the Black Veterans Project. Isaiah, you've been advocating for veterans exposed to burn pits for years with the organization Burn Pits 360. You yourself have been dealing with long-lasting effects. Explain to our audience what that's like and what you're experiencing now.
What it's like, first of all, Jake, thank you for having me back on and for covering this very important issue. To sum it up, it's like having a weight on your chest every time you take a step. For me, I have really bad lung scarring, and I'm on oxygen therapy every day of my life. You just don't see it because my machine is in my bedroom. It's almost the invisible wound that nobody sees because we look like young, healthy people coming back from these wars and campaigns overseas, but we're dealing with these very big traumas that are still going on inside our body every day.
The bill, the legislation the House passed today, could provide coverage for up to 3.5 million veterans. What's your reaction to today's vote?
That's the part I wanted to get to. Obviously, it still has to go through the House and get approved, and a lot more approval still can get shot down. But to see the legislation being pushed through, I'm saying, like, a community of veterans, putting together, are coming together for whatever issue it is, whether it be burn pit or whatever it is. It's good to see. Just like the podcast, we come together, put out some type of content. Any thoughts on the progress that's been being made, and does that inspire y'all to maybe want to do anything? Not on the same scale, maybe, but us as veterans, bringing light to some issue or anything like that.
Go ahead, Josh.
Why are you pushing it on me, man?
Because I don't know what I'm gonna say.
I can already tell by your facial expression. I think I'm right, but the way I see it, like I get, there was things that were burnt. You know what I'm saying over there. Shit. In fact, I sent Marcel a picture the other day. I was in the backyard burning.
I ain't replied to that shit yet.
burning fucking mail because you know what I'm saying I don't have a fucking shredder.
Yeah.
And I'm not about to go through all this shit and fucking rip it. So
Yeah.
just had to fucking burn it. You know what I'm saying? We do what we do in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
But like I do understand like there was things that were burned there, but I'm kind of on the fence. I kind of feel that someone like me while we were there, I don't think I was exposed as much as somebody else, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the burn pits and shit like that. Yeah, I burnt papers and things like that, but as far as like living conditions next to burn pits and things like that, like I wasn't you know what I'm saying, directly involved with it. So I think that I'm good. I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, just like as a kid, you know what I'm saying, I'm pretty sure I was in a building with asbestos, you know what I'm saying, but I turned out fine. Same thing, same concept applies, you know what I'm saying, being in Iraq. I'm pretty sure I was exposed to it, but I think I'm fine. But it's good, you know what I'm saying, for the people that, you know what I'm saying, may have these underlying problems. Yeah, this is good, but I think I'm good on this one. I got my name on the registry just in case, but I don't think I'm going to pursue anything.
So I'm glad there's a bill in place. I got my name on the registry. As soon as I can apply for it, I'm going to apply for it because I had my heart attack and I'm going to try to prove that that was the reason. Because it wasn't like I was not healthy or anything. Shit, I was smoking marijuana and cigarettes all day that day. Shouldn't have had the heart attack. But my thing about it is, like that guy, I'm not going to say he was lying, but I do think he was exaggerating, in my opinion.
You got to exaggerate, though.
Yeah,
serious.
I know, but again, that's why I don't watch CNN no more, because I used to stay heavy on CNN, but I can't. They pick and choose what they want to talk about, and to me, they're just the opposite of Fox. That's all it is. Now, it's good that they now actually have a bill for it. I'm actually glad about that, because I'm all about veterans getting their benefits. No matter what, you sign the paper, put your life on the line, regardless of what we did in the military. You sign the paper. Now, I even know a couple of people that won't even go and register with the VA because they feel like they don't deserve the benefits. And I tell them, like, it don't matter if you did reserve or whatever. You earn those benefits. You left home, so you need to get those benefits. So I'm glad they're doing something about it. Now, to what you said, Josh, as far as not living next to the burn pit and stuff like that, yeah, we didn't live next to the burn pit and stuff. But I think what they're going to try and do is I think it's going to be a type of thing where if you deploy to one of these countries, you're going to get the benefit. That's what I think going to happen. So these people that went to Africa, they probably won't get the benefit because there's probably no burn pits really in Africa, and they may be more so inclined to know where to put it as before in Iraq. I mean, the shit was basically right outside the compound in Iraq.
Right.
What now?
I was gonna say the issue is in America it's illegal to burn that shit out in the open. Overseas, you know, different laws or no laws apply, so you kind of do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, Alabama just passed a law. You can't burn shit in your yard no more. Because you go to those rural areas.
Oh yeah,
they just be burning stuff in the front yard.
They do that shit in Jamaica too.
We can do that shit in Florida too.
So I know in Alabama you can't do it no more.
Yeah,
but
I think with the burn pits though, I think the only thing that comes to mind that could be an issue is when it comes to your exposure over time. So thinking about Bala from like a bird's eye view, and the different burn pits located throughout the base when it comes to I don't mean to be the nerdy motherfucker, but the crosswinds and downwind and all that shit, exposure over time, different chemicals, sleeping, working, what I'm saying, and you being exposed over time. One thing they said is that they were seeing abnormal types of cancers pop up in people who were in Iraq, you know what I'm saying? And you see that when you have these when you have, when you're exposed to like burning chemicals, dead bodies and shit like that. Don't know if it has anything to do with, your cardiovascular system, but and as you get older, your body breaks down more. So I think the issue, especially for the people who don't, touch their benefits, is like, hey, it's not even about getting the resources. It might be, hey, you might have been exposed to something, and now that we have your information and can tell where you were in time, hey, maybe we catch this cancer you have in stage 1 versus stage 3.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So but yeah, man, I'm glad to see it.
Because I fuss at my dad every time. Like, he got out the military and he never applied. I'm like, you did 8 years, you did 9 years and went to Turkey. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, shit. There's a base out here that's closed down, and people are trying to bring light to it, but it turns out the entire area was radioactive, and there's there are people who have died that were stationed at that specific base. If you go there now with the Geiger counter and shit, you can see, what I'm saying, the exposure in real time. So I think it's just about, hey, shit, you might have just went TDY somewhere, you slept in this one building, but the whole building had black mold, right? You never got your benefits and shit. So now, what I'm saying, you're trying to figure out how you got cancer. Was it a family member? Was it this apartment? When it's like, well, it's already documented. You know what I'm saying? Not to blame people for not getting the benefits, because I get it's like you think you tough, you macho, I made it out of the military, no scars and shit, I don't need the money. But it's like, well, it's more of a benefit than you can realize, because you'll use them housing benefits though, right? You'll take the fuck out of that shit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now you're not gonna throw that shit away. Nah, nigga, I don't need that shit. Now you're gonna use that shit.
Right.
Right. So don't be a clown, man.
You're gonna use that the GI Bill too.
Hell yeah, gain your fucking benefits, man, or get that shit to your kid or somebody.
You want to hear? Y'all want to hear a funny story?
What's that?
So for the past few years, I've been trying to help my dad get his DD-214.
All right.
Because he ain't never have it. You know how he got his DD-214?
In the mail?
In the email?
Nah, I forgot who he asked. I think he asked his sergeant from when he applied to be a cop. They still had a copy of the DD-214.
Oh wow!
And this whole time, I'm trying to figure out all.
Going to Narnia and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Because he don't want to do it. Keith, go do this for me. Okay. And all he had to do was call somebody.
Oh man.
Hey, that's a slippery slope with parents, man. When they ask you to do some shit. What I started to take that shit as, you don't know how to do a certain thing, so you want to pawn that shit off of me because you don't feel like trying to figure that shit the fuck out. That's what that shit mean now.
You know what's crazy? We gonna be there in a few years, man.
I hope not, man. Like
I'm kind of
let's put it this way. My dad and my stepmom, they pretty solid with technology. They never asked me to do shit with technology or none of that. My mom's on the other hand, like,
it's a different story.
Listen, I don't know if she make it to a corner, man, without needing help.
She gonna need MapQuest.
Oh shit.
No Google Maps, man. MapQuest.
All right, real quick, y'all catch that story about them two Secret Service agents that was getting goodies and shit from some dudes posing as cops?
Mm-mm.
No,
I ain't heard about that.
Yeah, so two Secret Service agents that were apparently on the first ladies detail. They were approached by two gentlemen posing themselves as cops. Was given them gifts, like they let's see, if I'm not mistaken, they let them stay rent free in the apartments in the local area, gave him free guns. But the whole thing came apart when I guess a postal worker was assaulted in the area. They talked to the two guys, and they identified themselves as being they call this shit the U.S. Police Investigative Unit, which is pretty much an ID10T police force.
Right.
But they have been put on leave. But the idea that you work for the Secret Service, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are considered, top tier.
Best of the best of the best.
Jojo don't know nothing.
Wrong edit.
We're here because you're looking for the best of the best of the best, sir.
If there's any moment not to fuck up this edit was at this moment. But anyways, we keep seeing it where we see top tier individuals be getting duped or tricked into some type of long con. This I'm not exactly sure what they were up to, because it's still under investigation. But the idea that you as a Secret Service agent wouldn't question somebody giving you a free apartment, giving you free guns and shit like that, like I feel like it's supposed to raise red flags,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And the fact that it got blown up by a random adjacent investigation is, when you start talking about conspiracies and shit, right? Like, this is the shit motherfuckers would point to sometimes.
I'm confused as how they didn't run a background check on these dudes. Like, you Secret Service, right? And like some dude's giving you free shit, and they claim that they work for whatever entity. Like, you ain't gonna run no background check on them,
dog. I feel weird if a motherfucker give me $20 and say like I don't need this shit. Like, you sure? Much less like the amount of shit you got to go through for an apartment. You know what I'm saying? Paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, there's hella paperwork when it comes to getting an apartment. Like, nobody just like, here, just take that shit.
I mean, but maybe it was his apartment.
But even still, though, like, you got your TS clearance, right? Like, that like your position is something that people will try to use shit, right, in order to get information off of you, some shit like that. So again, I feel like, if maybe this is your first day ever in the Secret Service, like, but even still, you probably have some prior military training. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you was born last night and your first job was a Secret Service agent, right? Okay, cool, that would make sense. But it's like, yo,
you'll be a short ass agent,
baby genius ass.
I have to read up on the story because sounds like some stuff is missing from the story.
Yeah, was this like an undercover sting, or how did they get caught?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. There was an adjacent in the same building that they were in. A postal worker got assaulted, and so the postal service have their own police and investigators, right, that investigate crimes regarding the mail and their workers. And then those two agents, those fake agents, they introduced themselves as let me get this shit right.
Somebody said
the U.S. Special Police Investigation Unit, right? So there's like, all right, cool, yeah, cool. And then so there's like, yo, we got some motherfuckers claiming they from this shit. Is this shit real?
Whoa, wait a minute. The U.S. what?
The U.S. Special Police Investigation Unit.
The U.S. Special Police Investigation Unit.
Yes.
So they investigate the special police.
That's what. No, that okay. So the scammers, the two guys who were interacting with the Secret Service agents, they claim to be a part of the unit that I mentioned, right? In that same building that they're in, a postal worker was assaulted. So when the Postal Service police came to investigate, they came across these two individuals, and they coined themselves as, "Hey, we work for this," and that's how the whole thing got exposed, because they claim the fake unit that they're in, and they were able to easily expose that shit because they don't fucking exist.
So they put their card.
Exactly. And then during the investigation, there's like, oh yeah, what's up with these two White House guys, y'all, giving gifts and shit too. So
okay, so one more time. US police what?
U.S. Police Investigation Unit. It's fake. It doesn't exist.
That the two guys that got caught, they saying they were a part of.
Correct.
But the investigation, the subsequent investigation was done by who?
United States Post Office police.
Well, now it's been handed over to federal prosecutors on Wednesday.
See, I would like to know the name of that group that does, because postal, that's government.
Yeah, that's federal.
So yeah, federal. That's what I meant. So who would? I can ask somebody who would.
I guess
do the investigation.
whoever would, now that the two Secret Service agents are on leave, I would assume that whoever does investigations in their chain of command would have something to do with it, and the Postal Service workers would hand over their information so far to whatever entity. But either way, man, I think just as a professional,
I'm gonna keep up with that story because that's interesting.
Security professional, I think to be so easily exposed, I think is telling. And
but see, it sounds like to me they tried to say, "Hey, this is who we are," to try and throw them off.
Exactly.
It sounds like, yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Like they're fake. They're pretty much fake police officers, and you seen this shit on YouTube. Fake cop pulls over a real cop, and now we in a hissy fit.
That's what it sounds like. I'm gonna pay attention to that. That's interesting. Get blown up by another investigation? Shit.
I'd be mad as shit. I'd be so mad, like, to get caught up on shit like that.
Yeah.
And
you getting away with it, and you get caught on some bullshit.
Yeah. I'd be mad as fuck, man. I'd be mad as fuck. Like, whoever got caught in the other investigation, I'm gonna have to fuck them up when we get to jail.
Well, somebody did get fucked up. The postal worker that got assaulted. That's what started this whole thing.
Well, I would have had somebody fuck him up again.
Hey, imagine that. Like a slap started a whole investigation. Think about that. Or not. I don't know if it's a slap, but somebody getting slapped is what kind of triggered this entire thing.
That's crazy.
I got another scammer for you this week, Josh. I know how much.
Oh man, I read on it a little bit too, man.
Did you were you able to pick up on how much money he got away with?
No, I didn't make it that far, but I'm pretty sure it's like some ungodly amount. Because I'm saying I'm gonna keep iterating this shit over and over. Because I remember that time that I asked people for like $1,200 to go.
Nigga still waiting on $1,200, man. Well, look, man, I've covered several stories about scammers, and I feel like I've just been handing you the information on how to go about doing it, whether legally or illegally, ethically or unethically. Today's scammer comes from the Marine Corps. He was actually in the Marine Corps, but he claimed to be Special Forces recon, doing all that secret squirrel shit. And this dude only had one mark, and he actually worked for the dude, and he essentially talked himself up into being this person who also does clandestine missions in other countries, kind of like with the Ukraine shit we was talking about earlier.
Right. He went so far, right? He never did none of that shit. But to make his lie look so good, you know what he did? he got a tattoo like of the special forces. He got like a special forces tattoo, bro.
Right. He had this. They talk about him having
Imagine, hold on, bro. Imagine going into a tattoo shop alone and getting that fucking. Alone getting that tattoo. Like, nigga, ain't you supposed to be in a group when you get that shit? You're supposed to be in a group, right?
I don't even know, dog. I don't even know what the rules are.
I'm pretty sure them niggas don't go in alone, man, and get tattooed. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get the Special Forces tattoo. Like, nah, nigga, I'm pretty sure they go as a group.
If anything, that's the red flag right there. Because why? Because that's the easy. If you get caught, you easily identify.
His scamming totaled let's see, he got enough.
He was the Green Ranger.
$2.35 million, and pretty much what he worked for a rich individual, and he would pretty much come to him, throughout the lifespan of his work tenure for this dude and be like, hey man, I need some money to head to this place in the Middle East to carry out a mission. And the dude he was working for, after he had pumped him up with so much information, he just stopped asking him the details. He's like, all right, cool, well, I trust you enough now to where I'm just like writing checks, which to me is fucking wild. And
I would have told that nigga I had monkeys on the moon. I had to say or some shit.
Dog, the money just went straight to this dude's account. And my favorite part of the story is where they talk about the dude and his wife and the dude's ex-wife, and he has children that he takes care of. They wrote great letters about how great father he is. And I appreciate the judge being like, yo, I'm sure he's a great father, but that shit don't count for all the money that he fucking stole, right? And not only that, before he started working for the dude, he tricked a couple police departments into thinking that he was the Marine Force Recon veteran. They had this motherfucker as a trainer in one police department till he got found out. They kicked him out. Like, he got found out by more than one police department and they kicked him out. So he's been working up, you know what I'm saying, in the level of his scams over years. Damn. And I'm like, hold on.
This is ridiculous.
Where I need to go back to.
No. Is this guy still free?
Well, he's facing, I think, like 6 years right now.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it, scamming, bro. Scamming is the way to go.
No, think about it. No, if I run in your house right now and rob you of $500 versus scam you over
at gunpoint, you going to jail for a while.
Yeah, man, at least 20 years.
Versus if I lie and scam you for the next 6 years and bleed you dry, I'm a serve.
Like 56 million, like 6 years ain't shit. Like, I can stash away a couple million. You know what I'm saying? Get out and still be good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's crazy too, because part of his charges was tax fraud, which I've been learning more of. I didn't even realize if you take money from an illegal business and start a real one, that's fraud. But you still got to pay money on that shit. So that's part of his charges. I'm like, yo.
You gotta pay money on the money that you gotta pay taxes on the money that you stole.
Yeah.
No. So but if I steal money and go start a fake business and the business turns a profit, you still are obligated to pay taxes on that shit.
Yeah.
Which is also money laundering, which is a whole nother charge. But yeah, man.
But if I pay my taxes, I'll be good though, right?
Well, that's one less charge.
Call it water under the bridge, right?
No, that's just one less charge.
But you're still on the hook. Because you got the illegal money, the illegal startup money.
Oh man,
these business tax laws.
Look, man, it's these scammers are, they come in all shapes and sizes, man. Again, shout out to I don't know if y'all ever checked him out, but Pocket Watching with JT. Have y'all ever heard of him?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, he covers stories like this, but I've always been interested in the way people get scammed, but he covers but some of the celebrity guys like your Dr. Umar. There's one dude from he was on the Breakfast Club, but a lot of the people in our community sometimes that be selling the MLMs and all of that shit. He goes into details about how there are scams and why there are scams and how to spot the details in these type of scams. But overall, a pretty what's the word? A channel where we can learn a lot of stuff from, especially money crimes specifically.
Why you thinking about trying to do some scams or some shit? Like, if you are, man, let me know.
I don't got it in me, man.
Oh, okay.
I'll scam our way to the top of the podcasting world, man. But that's about it, man.
That's it, man. Just hashtag grow the pod. That's the only scam we doing.
Yeah, man. And our episode that's gonna have the most views is just gonna be a blank screen with nothing on it, man. No audio either. Just
man, we gonna pull that Pootie Tang. It's gonna be a fire ass episode. That's gonna be a fire ass episode.
The Pootie Tang episode.
Pootie Tang episode.
The Pootie episode.
Just 3 minutes of fuck or 2 hours of straight fucking silence.
We be all on CNN. Yeah, man. It just came to me one night, and we just did it.
Hey,
Ever since
yo.
then.
Hey, you know what? The comment section got to be lit, though. That's it. Hey. The comment. It got to look like that Reddit page, bro.
Yeah, all the votes,
like
man.
That Titanfall 3 shit. It got to look like that, bro.
Sorry about that. Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yo, I can hear you.
Where can you go?
I don't know.
I
think he turned it off and muted.
All right.
We on break right now?
No, actually, we're about to shut it down. Hey, Papa.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. He said hi.
He's sleepy. Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Hey. Hey. What?
Yeah, I was just in there helping my girlfriend's son. He took the ear tip off his earbud, and I had to put it back on there.
Oh man.
But what's up?
They can see you if you got bam. The camera is right there.
Back up. Hey, what up?
She's going towards the computer. I'm like, it's yeah, you gotta go, you gotta come right here. Or you can come around. So they can see you. But I was about to ask if there's anything else y'all wanted to cover. Also, man, I keep saying it.
All he gotta do is make a beat.
Like we need to
exactly
guys, let's think bigger, guys. We need to create, right? And I saw them killing Joe Budden for it the other day. Because he was saying he'll fuck with K-pop, but we need to create a military boy band, man. But not like the bullshit, just
not the Tops and Blue.
What you just said to me? Did you just say we need to make a boy band?
Yeah, man.
A military boy band.
He wants a Tops and Blue, man.
Right, but
I'll see y'all later.
But just listen out. But listen, right? Listen, they're all gonna be combat related career fields, right? Right, the different branches, and it's gonna be no bullshit. Veterans like, yo, man, like we want to make sure that you're not no stolen valor type of motherfucker.
So like
we gonna put them on it.
Up. We gonna have like a motherfucker up there with a prosthetic limb.
All that shit, man. All that shit. And he got 30 bodies on him too.
And that's why.
So. That is all for me, Josh. And you over there looking like Mrs. Doubtfire over there.
Hey man, he's my BCGs, man.
I see you, man.
Circa 2006, somewhere around there.
I guess you don't want kids, huh?
Huh?
You say you don't want no more kids?
Hey man, since I put these on, man, my pussy rate went.
Oh, okay.
Hey man, I wanna, Josh. Next time I see you, man, next episode, I need you to have talked to at least a dozen to 15 women over that time, man. So you got some work to do. Yeah, man. Just go out there, man. Start talking, man. Yeah, man. I need some feedback, man. I want to hear more of what the women are like out here, man. Right?
Well, we want more feedback.
I want even more, man.
I'm gonna start in the gym. How about that?
All right, man.
I'm starting in the gym.
Hey, man. Remember, pull a trigger. All right.
Hey, man. Hey, bro.
Pull a fucking trigger, man. Right.
Just let it fly.
Just let it fly. Don't be having no sleepovers and shit, man. That shit ain't good for nobody. All right, man. That's all I got, man. That's all I got. Well, vet joinees, it's been another dope episode with my brothers here. I feel like I'm getting really good at this outro and shit. So, here I am once again. please continue to listen to Vet Joint Podcast. Best times are right before you go to bed, so you can get all of that streaming. So it seems like you listen to the whole thing, or on your way to work, or on the toilet. You know, wherever you want to, man. You can get to us anywhere you want to. We're also on YouTube now, so you can see our beautiful faces. So yeah, here we are, improving and upgrading the shit, man.
Hashtag
All right, I guess
grow the pod.
Hashtag grow the pod. I guess ain't nobody else gonna say nothing. So here we are, just trying to get my brothers to come along and fucking post banter podcast with me, but they don't want to.
Oh
so.
shit! Well, hey, shout out to all the new subscribers, all the new listeners.
Thank
you know what I'm saying? All the motherfuckers I met along the way, all the people at the gates that I said, hey, check out the Vet Joint Podcast. I know what I'm saying? I know y'all see me. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah, we get some stickers and shit, man. QR codes.
Oh
yeah, that's business
I'll start
card,
looking
too.
into that.
Business,
you go.
you ain't telling us you got a business. You can't be dirty
That's
on
what
that.
I need from y'all, man. You see that? See how easy was that is? Thank you, man.
That's why I like Josh, because Josh usually have the ideas. Now
I'm gonna put some on my car, man. I ain't even gonna bullshit. We get a QR code. I'm gonna put it on my car.
All right.
Okay, well, I can just email it to y'all because I already did that shit.
Oh damn, you way ahead of the game and shit. Well, I gotta get new tents and everything too. So I'm pretty much building this bitch from the ground back up.
I guess I can get a quote of the day. How about that? I get a quote. Okay.
Hey, you should leave QR codes on all your clients' properties, man.
Oh man. Hey, you know what? All
right, all right, yo, I'm done. I gotta go. We about to dip out, man.
All right, let me do this quote. The quote is, accountability is the glue that bonds commitment to results.
I like it.
So if you don't hold yourself accountable, you're not going to reach the results that you want.
Got it.
And you heard it here first, people. Peace.
See ya.